What's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Brady, and thanks for tuning in to another one of my videos. I found out kind of the hard way that some people don't like loud exhaust. I mean, I always knew that they didn't, but I had an issue with a neighbor. He does, I guess my car's been waking him up in the morning sometimes, and so I've been street parking ever since that happened. But I decided for the duration of being in Colorado, to preface that I am working in Boulder, Colorado as a traveling nurse right now, and I'm kind of bouncing around housing for the next few months. So I decided I'm going to switch to a more quiet exhaust setup, because right now I have a Boso Edition axleback with a stock mid-pipe. It's pretty loud. I mean, it is a muffler delete essentially, so it doesn't have any muffling to it. As you can imagine, it's fairly loud. So cold starts are kind of a little ridiculous. And I decided I'm just going to help my neighbors out for a little bit, and I'm going to switch to a more quiet exhaust. So I bought the SPT, which I believe is Subaru Performance Tuning, maybe. I'm just guessing at that, but it makes sense in my mind. It's like the stock replacement, or like a stock optional performance exhaust for the WRX and the WRX STI. This one is the resonated version for the STI specifically, and I'll show you that right now. I'm going to switch to this exhaust, and then basically when I get back to Iowa, I'm going to swap back to my nice, fun muffler delete. So this is the exhaust I got. I got it used for $200. It's a pretty good deal, I think, honestly. I mean, it's better quality than the actual stock stuff, but it is technically stock too. So I mean, this is like an aftermarket, like stock plus upgrade sort of thing. So yeah, let's throw this in the car, and I'm gonna head over to a friend's shop he's letting me use just to install this, and yeah, we'll go from there.
One eternity later.
All right, so we just got to Simply Clean Detail Studio. Not that I have that many subscribers to be shouting out people and helping their businesses, but here I might as well. Simply Clean Detail, really cool dude, Tyler White. He said I could use his garage, and I'm kind of thinking I might bring the Miata here actually for a few months and just store it at his shop. Just so I have access to it. But anyway, he's cool enough to let me use his garage for free. Like, that's awesome. And yeah, so I'm gonna get the car jacked up, and we're gonna swap some exhaust. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is unbolt the two back mufflers that are on there right now. And by mufflers, I mean muffler deletes. So there are two bolts for this system on each side. We're gonna unbolt those right now. So now that we've got the axle back unbolted, we gotta tackle these two exhaust hangers, which can actually be a pain in the butt, but what I'm gonna use, I usually use soapy water on them to lubricate them up a little bit, but because I don't have that, I'm just gonna try this Rain-X and see how that works. Okay, and just like that, with a little help from some Rain-X on the exhaust hangers, we've got the two muffler deletes off. Man, they have seen some better days. Winter really messes up some exhaust. Yeah, let's work on getting the stock mid-pipe off, and then we'll go ahead and swap in this new exhaust. As you can see, two nuts and bolts, and it came right off. So now we just have to work on that exhaust hanger in the middle that's holding it up there. I'll try to get a better view of it. I couldn't really film taking the last exhaust hanger off, the one for the mid-pipe, because it was a pain in the butt. They're always really hard, it seems like, especially when you can't get very much leverage down there. The key is to really make sure you use some kind of lubricant. Usually, like I said before, I prefer soapy water, but I have Rain-X with me, and it's working fine. You're gonna have to work at some of these exhaust hangers. They're a pain in the ass. Now, you know, if you're smart, if you're not like me, you'll get an actual exhaust hanger tool that just makes everything way easier. But you can do it without. It's just a pain in the butt. So yeah, let's get started installing the new exhaust. I'd like to highlight something as a comparison between these two exhausts, by the way. The SPT, which is the one on the left, is the Subaru performance exhaust. It's the in-house performance tuning exhaust, whereas the stock exhaust is just what comes on a regular base WRX STI. Now, they look very similar all along here until you get to this, to where the mufflers mount. And one thing you will notice here is that the regular STI exhaust is this tiny diameter. I don't even know what it is for sure. I'll look it up and I'll throw it in text in the video, but it's just super tiny. It goes down from 2.5, which is already kind of small, all the way down to this, like, I don't even know. It almost looks like 1 7/8 or something. It's like really depressingly tiny. So what I'm happy about is that this SPT exhaust at least stays 2.5 the whole way. Where there's a caveat is that there's apparently a restriction in this resonator somewhere down to, like, it's either down to 2 1/4 or 1 7/8. I'm not sure, but I do know that there is a restriction because someone on the forums cut into it and verified. So what I plan to do is actually have a shop just cut out the resonator and put straight 2.5-inch piping in there. But all in all, it is a better exhaust. Everybody kind of shits on it, acting like it's the worst exhaust in the world. But it is absolutely better than this stock garbage. And I'm happy to be putting it in. I think it's gonna be better than this crap that's on the car right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So one thing that's gonna help you get this mid pipe back up on its hanger down there is to throw a jack stand to hold this end up, because otherwise you've got this really heavy, long section that's weighting it down, and it's gonna be like impossible to get it up there. With both mufflers on their hangers and loosely fitted, it's time to tighten up those bolts and make sure your mufflers are sitting in the right spot. All right, everybody, well, that's it. The exhaust is on the car, and I don't know. I don't really like the way it looks. It sits really far below the cutouts, but this is only temporary, and I know that, so I'm not that worried about it. Come spring, this is gonna come back off, and we're gonna do like a whole different setup, something totally different from what I've run before. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna run quad tips next, but yeah, let me get it off the jack stands and we'll see what it sounds like. I'd like to say thank you again to Simply Clean Detail Studio. Tyler's a really good guy. I'm super happy and thankful that he let me use his shop, because I'm not at home. I don't have space to do any of this kind of work on my own. And, you know, it's actually awesome. It was a heated garage and everything. So shout out to him for that. He's Denver area. So, you know, if you want to get your car detailed, you should hit him up. He's really cool. And then also, I just want to make a little random shout out. That's his little Mini Cooper, and it is for sale. It's a supercharged variant. I think R53 is the nomenclature for that. The car looks sick. It's got some straight up like bucket seats in it. It looks fast, honestly. He says it's awesome. So if anybody's looking for a Mini, you should hit him up. Yeah, so let's see what the car sounds like. I'll do before with the Boso Edition muffler deletes and stock mid pipe, and then after with the stock performance upgraded SPT Subaru performance exhaust. honestly, it doesn't sound bad. I mean, it's definitely quieter, and I think I'm gonna miss my nice bassy, you know, loud exhaust that was on it. But this is gonna be good. I'm not gonna piss off any neighbors for the next 3 to 6 months while I'm here. And I have a feeling I'm gonna be getting my Miata out here at some point, which that can be my Hoonmobile. Thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Peace out and stay shifty. Shifty, whoa. Stay shifty, because that's my name of my YouTube channel. Shifty Intentions, yeah.